Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chrono Trigger. I did spend some time after last week's stream just trying to get my controller to work properly. I will not regale you with the full story since it's not necessary, but what I will say is that I was using. Apparently, there's like a deprecated version of DS4 Windows that hasn't been updated since like 2016, and that was the version I had. So like the PS5 controller that I was using with my very legitimate DS just straight up would not connect and would not work. So at first I was like, okay, well fuck it, we'll just keep using the keyboard, who cares? And then like, a quick Google search later, and I figured it all out. But the only downside to this, really, I guess, is that moving diagonally is a little bit more awkward now. But it should be fine. Both Saba and Adrian are muted. Okay.
I'm just trying to resolve the thing.
Yeah, and I was eating candy, so.
Candy.
I was eating candy.
Yeah, Halloween candy. Fuck them kids.
Nice.
A steel saber. If I stay still, he won't know I'm here. That's a good icon. Whose emoji is that? I don't know who Joey is, but it's a good icon. Acting like I'm some sort of T-Rex. Oh shit. Keep messing with my buttons.
Zach, when are we gonna really get down in the weeds, talk about the economy on stream?
You are welcome to do so, I guess. Is that a banter topic that you've been really itching to get to?
No.
Okay. Good to know.
I just want to know why and when the gold piece deprecated so much in value.
Well, I mean, we don't run on the gold standard anymore, so.
Why not?
Well, because 2 kings ago, they decided to move to like fiat currency. So now our paper money is based on promises of economic growth as opposed to like precious metals.
But why?
Why?
Yeah, what's wrong with just gold?
Well, if you have your currency now I'm getting like a real economics answer, but if your currency is based on commodification, like an actual commodity, in this case gold or silver or other precious metals, then there's like a limit to that, right? Obviously. Whereas if you establish a fiat currency, you can just promise that your money is worth what you say that it's worth, which, hypothetically leads to infinite growth, right? And that was, gosh, I'm trying to think. I think that was back during the Nixon administration, I think, is when the kingdom moved off of the gold standard. Someone can correct me. It's a quick Google search, and obviously I could just do that, but it's something along those lines. Yo, did you see those guys pirouette?
Okay, well those guys clearly didn't know me because I can just make more gold.
What, are you fucking Rumpelstiltskin?
Wow, just make more gold.
Oh, I have a leprechaun.
So the leprechaun makes the gold.
Okay, well technically I don't make gold, I just find more gold.
Okay. Wait, so where does the leprechaun get the gold? Is the gold magic?
Well, he generates at the end of the rainbow.
Okay.
And then you just happen to like wander around until you
I have to go quest to the end of the rainbow to get it.
Rainbow? Oh, I see.
It's inconvenient, but I don't think there's a limit.
Well, I guess I mean, the thing, my favorite part about this analogy as well, or not analogy, but about this like fictitious scenario, is that there's still effort required. Like, in order for you to add more gold to the economy, you still have to quest to the end of the rainbow in order to do so. It's not like with cryptocurrency where I can just like snap my fingers and add an extra 6,000 whatever coin to the blockchain.
I will admit, though, every single time I get to the end of the rainbow, there's a harder and harder boss waiting for me there that I have to defeat. It's getting a little annoying.
Okay, so it's infinite now.
I had to go through like 6 elixirs last time.
And does like the coin you earn, is it like depreciating in value too? Like you get like a lot
I think so, because every time it's more gold.
Okay, so even the leprechaun's gold is affected by inflation.
I mean, I guess. Like the first time, I just had to fight like a stray dog, and there was like 20 gold coins to pot. And last time, it was like a four-headed hydra, and there was a couple thousand, I think.
I'm impressed that you were able to defeat a four-headed hydra.
Yeah,
You shouldn't sandbag that. That's impressive. You should put that on your resume.
I had to go through consumables, you know. I had to like buy like an RPG.
Can I ask like a not even a tertiary question, but like something kind of similar?
Sure.
What hero from like myth or whatever do you think has the most impressive resume?
Sun Wukong. I don't know.
That's actually a very good answer.
The guy has like a bajillion immortality stacks, so
he really does, which I think is one of my favorite parts about like just East Asian like mythology in general, is that they'll talk about like the unkillable demon king who has a very easy identifiable like weakness that would kill him, but no one knows what it is, so he's effectively unkillable. You know, I really like that like
until
like
you
that
get
factor.
him drunk enough to just blurt it out.
Right, you get the Demon King. You get the Demon King as drunk as possible, and he just tells you, "Oh yeah, if you tickle my feet enough, I'll just explode."
if you tickle my feet,
becomes like,
you do
okay.
that, but then you do that, and it just comes.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
So it didn't say like to death.
Mikey and Silverun have been talking in chat like fucking chatters. You know it's working because he didn't address me by name. You're welcome for that. Let's see how long I can last before going to bed. Streams are midnight for me. I mean, that's true. You could live in like a real country instead of like
A real of the imaginary country.
as opposed to the like Alice in Wonderland that is Europe. We could have Zach tell everyone a bedtime story. I don't know. I know Zach can't help it because this is the best time for Saba and others, but it does bug me that the games I actually want to tune in for are late for me. I mean, there's always VODs. I know obviously the like being here live is part of the like interest in these, but there are the VODs. Like I do upload them on Mondays. Unless I forget, but I usually do.
Zach, you need to oblige your audience. Tell the story of the ugly barnacle.
The ugly barnacle. All right. Once. Oh my gosh, my first real save. Once upon a time, there was a little parasitic crustacean who was clinging to the bottom of a humpback whale's jaw. And he grew and he grew until one day he pierced through the epidermis of the whale, thus causing a fatal infection. The whale died, and that little barnacle led to a whale fall that would feed hundreds of thousands of fish for multiple years to come. I'll go to bed.
That's not how the story's supposed to go.
That's exactly how the story goes.
The story's supposed to go, once upon a time, there was an ugly barnacle.
Oh, you're talking about the one from SpongeBob. Everyone died. The end.
And then you smile really big.
I forgot
That's
about
one
that,
way to get
dude.
downstairs. Though I don't know if like you move to the West Coast, Zach, whether or not that'll like influence stream time. I feel like it would probably remain the same.
I mean, genuinely, I would prefer to have streams earlier in the day if I could. So like, if I do move to the West Coast, Saba, are you fucking stream time? Oh, you know what?
You
okay,
mean
now I understand what you're saying.
No,
For
when you
me,
start.
stream would be 3 hours earlier, which would obviously be convenient. But you're talking about to Mikey, because it would be the same for Mikey. Yes, you are correct. Sorry, because like I thought you meant I would move to Oregon and then keep streams at 7 p.m. and I'm like, fuck that.
No. I meant because you're moving over.
Oh,
you don't
look at
you
these
don't
fat
have to, like,
bats.
do stuff. Yeah. We like fat bats.
They're shaped like gourds.
They're mad bats.
But who knows? Maybe Zach will be like, we could stream at 1, and then maybe it'll be 10 at least for you, Mikey.
You know what? I bet Taylor Swift isn't even that fast. I bet I could beat her in a foot race.
I don't know.
Isn't
if
she pretty
it's
tall?
Legit DS Zach is playing on, but
Probably
I know I
not.
couldn't
how
beat her.
crunchy the text font is on top of the screen.
Hold on, let me
Is
see.
there
How
crun- is
tall?
there crunchy font?
Taylor Swift is 5'10", which is like an inch or two taller than I am.
An inch or
Okay,
4.
well, she's way taller than me, so, you know.
I could still probably
But,
beat her in a foot
okay.
race if I tripped her.
Well, I mean, I could even, beat her if I threw a banana peel underneath her shoes.
I would simply get a drift boost to the item box first on her foot race and get the banana peel and just fuck her up.
I think I could 100% beat her at Mario Kart, hopefully.
Who are you contesting?
Taylor Swift,
Taylor
because her
Swift.
name's Swift, but she's probably not even that fast, I bet.
I mean, makes a lot of sense to me. Would Taylor Swift even, like, if you did challenge her, would she even, like, accept, or would she just, like, Game of Thrones style, like, bring in a champion and, like, she snaps her fingers and Usain Bolt just, like, challenges you to a foot race?
I think if I challenged her to a foot race, she'd probably
Get in her jet and be
get in
there.
her jet and then,
Get in
and then
her
fly over to
jet.
ask someone what she would do, and then fly back in her jet and then accept it.
I mean, by the time she would get, what is it, the go-to to even take off, I think you would have already won.
Probably.
Adrian didn't say how long the race was. That was the fatal flaw in Adrian's plan the whole time, sadly.
The race to the end of the rainbow, which I have a lot of experience getting to.
Oh, now we're combining the stories, and so is Taylor Swift your, like, nemesis who's
Taylor
also trying
Swift
to
is
get
my
into the
leprechaun,
rainbow?
by the way.
Oh no, she's your leprechaun. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The L in Taylor Swift stands for leprechaun.
L-A-N-D.
But
Okay.
that's not even the end of her first name. So you're saying that all the letters in her first name stand for something else then, obviously. Because otherwise it's Tay, Leprechaun, or Swift. I
didn't
do
say
like
that.
the idea of America's pop stars. Her real name is Tay Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Now that Frog is in the party, I can address another reason why I feel like the DS version is the best version of the game. I don't know about the Steam version, but the DS version has an updated translation of the script. In the SNES version, Frog spoke with the "Thou art a villain" style, which got kind of ridiculous after a while. Oh, really? He doesn't do that in this? I guess I haven't really been paying attention, but I really liked that about Frog, at least in the original.
Yeah, now he says shit like yo and bazoinga.
He says that's totally
Bazonga.
radical, dude. Mad Bet.
He says lit the wart brought it.
So we're still trying to find the queen, right? Or-
Yes, we are.
This
This is me still making my way through the bad guy's like secret lair underneath the church.
They're like really close by. Like an entire like troop of people is just under the surprise.
I was saying, it's not
I
even
guess they're
that.
just
It
really
doesn't
good
even
at
feel like
hiding.
that difficult for them to. Oh, a shelter. That must mean that there's a boss coming up. I don't know.
Nature
I'll use the
stuff?
shelter. I'll use the shelter. Why not? You know what I could do real quick, actually.
Shelter what, Zach?
Me. Left,
Shelter or Zach?
right, and then everything else is the same.
Shelter Zach, he's a little sensitive.
You know it.
He can sense
Oh,
when
fully
guns
restore.
are
Oh,
shot
so I
in the
have
air.
to go to a save point. Where was the save point? It was like down here, right? I think. Oh, sorry.
I don't remember what the save point is.
There you go. That's what it is.
If there's sparkles, then
It's the
that's always some.
yeah. Ah, and they turn yellow when they're usable. Lovely. Excellent. I am now ready for whatever boss is about to fuck me up.
Are you gonna do your dual tech
I'm gonna do, if it's a singular boss, I'm gonna X strike the shit out of this guy. I chose to pick up the game myself to play alongside stream, and this took me no joke about half an hour to figure out because I couldn't get past the spikes to reach the second piano. Okay, just press the skull buttons on the walls, dumbass. Well, you know.
Hey, how are we supposed to know that whoever this interior decorator was like, yes, your on and off switch shall be skulls?
It is a villain's lair. So what's this? It summoned bad guys. Mikey lied. Everybody point and laugh at Mikey.
No. That's just the wrong button. See, that was the right button.
Okay, I guess that's true.
I have a question.
Yes, Adrian?
Let's say that you're an evil necromancer and you have a lair, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You're still alive, but your thralls are not.
Yeah.
Yeah. What of it?
How much magic or material, like wealth, do you devote to negating the smell of your thralls?
That's an excellent question. Well, I mean, okay. So the follow-up question to this is that is it easier to reanimate something as a zombie versus a skeleton? Because a skeleton, I don't think
You can
skeletons
just wash
smell.
that, dude. Yeah. Just
Yeah, right.
wash
Because
bone, man.
there's nothing rotting. I mean, I guess the bone marrow, but you could work around that.
Well, I mean,
Just
the other
knock it
option
off.
is like, I guess you could theoretically buy nose plugs, but that just has to get annoying after a while. right?
No,
Just having
yeah,
to
I
breathe
would.
through your
I mean,
mouth
I'm
all the
not.
time.
I mean, if they're my like thralls, like my summons, I'm not gonna be shifting my entire lifestyle just so that way they don't
I was gonna
stink.
say, what if the hero walks on you with your nose plugs, like, hero, I'm here to defeat you.
Ugh.
Wait,
Your nose was
so
like an asshole.
we're assuming like necromantic magic doesn't already come in with a built-in like.
Well, why would
Why
you
would it?
assume? Why would you assume that necromantic magic just automatically suppresses the smell?
Yeah.
Because isn't by like definition dead things like smell kind of bad?
Yes, that's why
That's part
Adrian
of the
asked the
magic.
question.
No,
I mean,
it's not what so
I
it's like, why not
don't
include it?
see a problem with you saying that you cast an extra like if you're doing like a ritual to like reanimate like a field of corpses or something. I don't see a problem. Yeah, I cast Greater Febreze. Yeah, there you go. But I don't see a
it's like
problem
one of
with
those
you.
things in the necromantic book, right, where it's like reanimate dead, and then like a column like right next to it, but footnote. It's like please combine spell with Greater Febreze.
Greater Febreze, so that way it doesn't stink.
bad.
I mean, like for example, I was looking at Kickstarter the other day, and when I went to go back a project, I was like looking, maybe I will, and I saw that there was like a bunch of add-ons. So now you're making me think of like, okay, so here's the ritual that I'm gonna cast in order to reanimate this corpse. But there's like an add-on, like if I have the extra materials, I can purify its stench. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
there
if I'm like a particularly like destitute necromancer, then I'll skip that step and just suffer. But if I have my shit going for me, yeah,
Well, isn't there
I
like
will combat
necrotic
that.
aura or something like that hurts people?
You
I was
mean
gonna
that's
say,
like a
if
D&D
you,
spell? Sure.
but the thing is, if your zombies are, clean and nice smelling, then like the
Well,
adventurers that have to go through them might not have they might be like, oh, this isn't too hard, but maybe they have like a disease effect with the smell that could like, if you don't clean them, that could be more dangerous to the adventurers you're trying to kill.
Well, I guess that's the question, right? Because like if you are reanimating something as a zombie, you have not stopped the putrefaction of the corpse. You just reanimated it so that way it can ambulate and stuff, right? So like
yeah.
in my mind, let's say you do like prestidigitation or something like that in order to make it not smell, right? Or even make it smell nice, like make it smell like fucking milk and honey. I don't care. But like if you do that, you don't change the fundamental properties of whatever fucking diseased aura that the zombie is like casting out, right? Like if you purify the smell of a zombie and it does like projectile vomit attack on the hero, that's still gonna cause disease damage. Like I feel pretty confident in that.
I mean, okay. Even if like the disease factor or like the vomit or whatever is still there, like I don't know. If they smell good, that is still technically just one less defense that might not upset the heroes anymore.
Sure, but like if they're not, I mean, okay. Once again, in my mind, if that is a factor, which I think it could be, like that's totally fine. If that is a factor, my thing would be like, okay, as soon as I detect that a hero is in my lair, I drop the spell that's suppressing the stink, you know?
So it's even less set and forget. It's like you have to be mindful of and be able to deactivate it. Then.
Right, but I think that
like
I think that might just come with the territory of being a necromancer, right? Like that's working in like digital security and being like, oh, I have to update my computer.
Or it's like maybe wherever your lair.
Well, what if it's just one? What if it's just one spell? What if it's just one spell that's suppressing all of them, and then you just loop in more zombies as you get more zombies?
So okay. So I feel like
you can consolidate.
I feel like the trade-off is either you have to spend a lot of resources at once to get this fairly complicated spell that you can turn on and off, or you have to apply it daily for a less complicated resource. Either way, this still sounds like a pain in the ass.
Sure, but once again,
you not, like apply it via room or something like that, like.
Oh, okay. So maybe like this room, and so that way you only have to turn off like one room at a time, like a light switch. I mean, that makes
you just
sense.
Have your help smell nice and keep all like your fighting zombies outdoors or outside. Be like, you're the soldiers. These are the people that'll like the attendants that'll take care of my house. My attendants will smell good. The other guys can smell bad.
I feel like we might be fundamentally misrepresenting or misconstruing the like just sheer enormity of like the stink cloud that a corpse makes. You know? Like, because Saba's idea, I think, makes a lot of sense of just trying to separate yourself from the actual, like, combatant zombies that you have. But at the same time, like, I'm not entirely certain that, like, even if you have one zombie that's, like, in the courtyard of your lair, I'm pretty sure you can still smell that from, like, the very top of your evil tower.
Probably.
Right? Because, like, especially, like, a human corpse, that shit stank, dude.
Say, like, did you take the effort to like undress them from their fucking soiled garments, or?
I would assume that would be part of it.
Now I'm just thinking, whatever era you're in, you're just like like a more modern era. You're like, okay, like shuffle in, line through this decontamination where you get hosed and sprayed down, and then like when you come out, like you're all like fluffy and like you've been.
But once again, does that
cleaned.
stop the putrefaction? Like essentially, essentially as a modern day necromancer, am I just a modern day mortician with extra steps? Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, you know what?
Because like a mortician can delay the putrefaction process for just long enough that you can have a funeral, right? Like that. Like that's like the point of that whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The more we discuss this, I genuinely do think that if I was a necromancer, my entire dealio would just be skeletons or mummies. Because mummies are perpetually preserved. So
this feels like a PSA to not delve in necromancy.
Doesn't embalming fluid still smell?
It smells different than like rotting flesh. It does smell, but it's not. It wouldn't be as bad. At least I don't think.
Okay, I also have a related but similar side question, right?
Yes, Adrian.
Let's say that you're an adventurer and you're delving in a dungeon, but you know there's an evil necromancer in, right? And in the first room, it's a fairly brightly lit stone brick room, and you kill some skeletons, no big deal. The next room, you see there are skeletons waiting for you. 4 of them are armed with swords and shields, and there's one on the back of the broom that's just sweeping.
I leave the one who's sweeping. That guy, I respect the service workers.
Okay, but like, what if you leave him alone, you go deeper in, you're on your way back out if you kill the necromancer, and you see that guy
Is the skeleton? Wait, if I killed the necromancer, is the skeleton still alive?
For this sake, yes. And he's dropped his ribs like, all right, now I'm ready to fight.
Okay, so quick.
Eyes.
I just follow-up question slightly, and then I'll answer your actual question. So if I have killed the necromancer and this skeleton is still around, does this mean that this was an independent skeleton who just voluntarily was working for the necromancer?
Well, no, it's just that killing like the spell.
It's just okay. The necromancer spells haven't dissipated yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, once again, like. I respect janitors, but if a janitor fucking pulls a knife on me or like starts throwing punches, I'm fighting back. I don't care what your job is. So if this,
okay,
so
but you wouldn't fight him until after he attacked you, though.
Well, I like at least after he threatened me in some capacity.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I very much would respect the independence of the skeleton at this point, being like, all right, enjoy the last couple minutes of your life before the spell dissipates, I guess. And then the skeleton would probably be like, fuck you! And he would come after me. He would, like, throw his skull at me or something.
Also, if you were about to siege an evil lair or whatever, like, how surprised would you be if, like, the first room you entered was, like, you know, nicely swept, like, nice and mopped, and there was, like, scented candles, but also, you know, skeletal brawls?
I don't know. I guess what you're asking. So let me like expand the question slightly. In real life, morticians on average have one of two things. They either have the genetic mutation that prevents them from having like they have an extremely weak or non-existent sense of smell, which helps a lot with their job, obviously. Or they have like low-level psychopathic tendencies where they don't see the corpses as people anymore. Now, does this mean that morticians are bad people? No. It just means that on average, they're a little weird in that context, right? Because you kind of have to be if you want to be working with corpses all day. So if I take this real world phenomena and reapply it to the notion of like a necromancer in like a fantasy setting, are necromancers similar? Because like obviously in my mind, and I'm assuming in yours as well, a necromancer is kind of by default a bad guy because they're taking a dead corpse and reanimating it into their servitude, right? They're not reanimating it so that way the person can go on living their life, because that's not how the spell works, right? So in your question, yeah, I guess I would be a little surprised if I go into the necromancer's lair and it's like well kept. You know, there's like little doilies on like the coffee table and stuff. I would be like, oh, okay.
You see there's like a zombie carrying another adventure corpse and a skeleton with a mop that's wiping up the blood.
I mean, obviously I would still fight these guys, because if they're carrying the corpse of a different adventurer and they're cleaning up after the viscera of the last combat, I'm like, okay, well, shit, I gotta fight. That's how this works.
Like, you enter the room, they're mid-carry, and you see the skeleton looks at you, and then, like, his shoulders slump, his jaw opens as if to sigh, and then he drops him and goes to pick up his weapon.
This whole scenario feels so, like, contrived to me. Not because you're making it up on the fly, but because, like, now I want to know, like, why am I going after this necromancer to begin with, right? Because, like, in D&D
proper...
proper...
He's fucking defiling corpses!
Right, but I mean, I guess that's true. I don't know. Like I wonder, like in the world where necromancy is like a real thing, I wonder where you would be allowed to source corpses from, right? Like assuming you didn't have like the explicit permission, like that would obviously be the number one way, right? You like buy the rights to somebody's corpse after they die. Like that would obviously be like the most legit in terms of like real world stuff. But like, I don't know, you could probably go to like a war zone, right? And just like reanimate people where they, you know, where they fell, right? But like, if you're talking about like, oh, local necromancer goes into the church cemetery and is reanimating grandma, then, I mean, yeah, I guess that would be frustrating. There was this YouTube channel that I used to watch semi-frequently. And one of the things I really liked, it was like electro swing music or whatever, but they would always have like a piece of art, and then like in the description of the video, they would have like a little piece of like world building for like a non-existent fantasy / video game setting, and I always thought that was really great. And so there was this one that I really liked where the basic over-under was that there was this like giant ziggurat in the middle of like the jungle, and when you go inside you expect it to be like, you know, dark and decrepit and full of like evil whatevers, but when you go in there, it's actually like a shopping mall. It's like a shopping super center, and it's so bad. Like the what you calls it, the lead like necromancer / lich that's like running the whole shopping mall is still a bad person. They're still like a hyper capitalist, but all of the zombies and skeletons and stuff that are running and like actually manning the shops and stuff, they are not trying to take over the world. They just literally need free labor to run the shopping mall. And so, like, I don't know. I find that interesting. Obviously terrible, but... Oh, yeah, it was Sim Gretna. That's what it was. Yeah, I really liked that video. And I really liked that little piece of world building, too, because I like the idea of, like, an ancient ziggurat being converted into just hyper-capitalist, like, Mall of America. By the way, I don't want to steamroll over the story thing, but did we already... I don't feel like we knew that the Chancellor was the bad guy. I think we suspected, but...
He's a Chancellor. It's in the job description of Fantasy.
I'm about to say...
Well, let's see what he has to say.
Intolerable frog! Let's see you hop your way out of this!
You don't become a Chancellor in an RPG without having evil intentions, you know?
Oh my god! What
No,
the
he's just
hell
a
is
giant
that thing?
monster. Yakra?
The Chancellor transformed into Yakra. What the fuck is Okay, well, I'm just fighting Yakra, I guess.
Person.
Hold on. X strike on you. Yo! Let's go!
We can get to Mikey's banter thing next.
X strike again. I would love to, but I'm in the middle of a boss fight, apparently. I didn't realize it was a boss fight. Get him! Yes! Oh, I like him sticking out his tongue like that. No! You're gonna kill everybody. What the hell? X strike again. Get him. Is he just doing this every time I hit him? Because, like, Luca's gonna die. Flamethrower, get him. 46, awesome. This is bad.
Zach, would you be willing to take a down payment for a bunch of money up front, and then when you die, your corpse is zombified and you're half aware and forced to work?
No, honestly.
Okay, but what if the amount is tied to how long you're zombified and forced to work for? Like, after a certain amount of time, they just destroy your corpse and you're done.
I mean, just don't fuck with my corpse, I guess. Like, I don't really know how to answer this question. I'm also in the middle of a boss fight where I'm not allowed to think.
You wouldn't take money from your life or work when you're dead?
I mean, you do bring up a good argument, I guess, but not really.
Wow.
Because I'm not even thinking like, oh, what if they like reanimate my corpse like years after I'm dead or anything like that. It's more just like I would prefer them not to fuck with my corpse at all.
I see.
Gra. What's the gra for, dude? Come on. Fire Whirl, get him. Potion on yourself. 120 is not bad. Oh, is he dead? Oh, thank Christ. Sorry, I was like super mind flooded. I thought that there was a version of this game where you could like pause as soon as like a bar filled up, and then you could choose to like skip and wait till the next bar if you wanted, but apparently not. Goddamn. Luca learned Hypno Wave. Let's go. You saved the queen, who is not Marl. Oh, you know what I should do? Sorry, give me 1 second. I should open up my window. now all the frogs and coyotes outside can also enjoy the video game. Alright, so what was the... once the current bear topic is finished, can we do the one posted in the Discord? Yes! I believe I looked at this. This one was the... fuck the ocean! Where is the banter situation? Well, which one, Mikey? You did 2. Ugh.
I think the one above it. I think the one above it is.
The one
linked to
above
the
it is
bottom
just
one, maybe?
talking about a leak, right? Whereas the one below it appears to be something like actually with substance. New beta Pokemon, beta Honchkrow, beta. Well, I mean that's kind of just what Shaman ended up being, so that's kind of neat. Beta, I would assume. Yeah, that would have to be Licky Licky.
The Shaman one's cute.
The Shaman
Has
one
more
is
flowers.
cute. Well, because the Shaman one is kind of just what Shaman does now, right? Like, depending on what meteor you're looking at, the Shaman will just bloom. So that kind of just stayed the way it was.
Is that a washing machine?
I would say that
feel like
I would assume that
heard
that's
that.
the Rotom waterfall one, right?
I feel like that makes sense. I feel like that's what I've heard people say.
Well, because I mean, he
I don't know
is
too much
a
about the
washing
leaks,
machine
though.
now. I mean, if anything, I'm looking at that Rotom form, and that looks more like a more traditional, like Japanese, like open top washing basin. But maybe not. I don't know. I mean, there's not really much to say, I guess. Obviously, oh well, there's the Chancellor.
True Chancellor.
Hell yeah.
I like that just as title, but yeah, I don't know too much about like the leaks for the game.
I didn't know about them until you obviously posted them. I mean, I don't really have an opinion just quite yet on the what you calls it on the leaks or anything like that. I find it interesting. I would like to see like a full. I would like to see like a full readout of like everything that was in there. That'd be cool.
All I know about the leaks is that Farfetch'd has them.
And Surfetched.
True. How come we didn't get a toilet Rotom?
Why isn't that the water type? Well, I mean, I guess it would have to be like a
That
bidet
should
instead of a
be
toilet, right?
electric
Because toilets
poison.
aren't electronic.
Oh my
Give me electric poison for the doo-doo in there.
Yeah, but it's not but a toilet's not electronic still.
Wow. Says you.
We gotta go
You
rescue.
never
what's her
been
face.
zapped by your toilet before, Zach?
Huh?
You never been zapped by your toilet before?
I can say comfortably no.
Why not?
I would prefer not to. Okay, I don't want to lose faith in the one thing keeping my backside clean.
Oh! Oh my God, she's she's back. It was so awful. I was so afraid. Man, this actually,
Well, that's good. We beat the game.
I didn't remember Marl being like fucking vaporized from the timeline originally. That actually is like awful on Marl's behalf. Like, I feel really bad.
How are we supposed to get back?
Don't know. I think that might be the next thing that we do. It was similar to the Nintendo Giga Leak, so there's a lot to comb through. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. I mean, the last time that there was like a Giga Leak, it was like the early version of Gen 2, I want to say. And there were a lot of really cool Pokemon designs in there. Sorry, Chrono, I didn't mean to trick you. Okay, what number is that? Is that 33? The 33rd?
It's
Yeah. just wanted to go out and have fun.
You know what they say about girls and fun and wanting to have it.
She's jumping higher
Girls
than the table.
do just want to have fun.
Girls do just want to have fun. 13 because
all they
X
really
is
want.
10? Yeah, but there was 3 X's. So wouldn't it be 33?
Yeah, wouldn't it be like 1x with the
No, because if you have a lower Roman numeral to the left of a higher Roman numeral, you subtract it. So like an IX would be 9. Although you would obviously do V and then 4 I's.
Okay, wait a minute, maybe I just need to
Because it was triple X, triple I, and I think that's
I think that for based off of what Google's telling me, it is 33.
yeah, there you go. Which makes sense
Right,
given the
logic
timeline,
is
I guess.
Weird.
Because I think this guy is the 22nd or something, so there would be like 11 people in between. Yo. So do we just? I guess we just get to go.
To, like,
I wish you all the best. You could be queenly, man. What a exorbitant compliment to the queen, being like, "Hey, you look like a 16-year-old." Whoa.
They should make a gun for men.
They should make a what?
They should make a gun for men.
Adrian, I have good news for you. They do. They have a lot of them.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were all for women.
Well, I'm here to tell you that here in the great state of North Carolina, they have guns for literally everybody.
As you're fully aware, Adrian, only
Even
the ones
babies?
that are really
Especially
bright
babies.
pink and bedazzled are for the women.
A bedazzled like Glock. Oh my Jesus.
Good job, Moobot.
Thank you, Moobot, for finally actually like getting a bot. So I watched Borat today, says Mikey. Well, I hope you found it funny at least. Borat is definitely of a very specific time. You should watch Borat too. That movie is even worse. What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Did they say where we're supposed to be going? Yeah.
I mean, the
was
only
just about to
place.
say.
Well, because I think they said. Oh, well, thank you. Oh my god, they didn't heal me at all in between the boss fight and right now.
And now, can you only have 3 people in your party?
You can only ever have 3 people in your party. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, the frog should have joined us.
Yo, Aura. Hold on. What was that? Aura. Yeah, Aura.
What type is girl?
Restore a small amount of HP. Yo, that's better than a fucking potion, and it only costs 1 MP.
Wait, Zach, what type is Marl?
Yeah.
We already knew that.
Marl?
Oh, Marl. I thought you meant Luca. That's a good question. How do I
Is
look?
Marl's gonna be evil type.
Just like all women. Water. So she's like
she's
frog.
similar to Froggle. Go back to where you originally spawned from in this time. Okay, well, you know where that is.
What's that?
Right?
Well, I mean, I think it was the same physical location, so it should be in the mountains, right? Because that's where the festival was being held.
Yeah, it was where they found those first little like blue me's.
Oh, Blue Adrian.
By the way, I do want to say I did try my best to find like artwork of the little goblin guys, so that way I could update your like on-screen thing. They did not have good renditions. Yeah, the Bludrians, exactly.
Were they all just like the original 20 by 20 sprites?
Yeah, well, kinda. There was also like a little golden guy. There was also a oh, they're called friendillos instead. Oh no, fiendillo.
No,
damn it.
No, there's no R. I also mistook that for 5 seconds, and I was like, oh no, I'm just an idiot. There's no R.
I wanted it to be friendillo because it's like just like a nice guy. Oh my god, it was squished Marl. But yeah, there was artwork of the little Bludrians and the Greendrians and stuff, but it was all like
He's crying now.
It was all art from like DeviantArt and stuff, and I didn't feel comfortable just stealing that. That key art, like up in the corner, like the one that I'm using, so that way the screen doesn't have like a big black square on it. That is actually from Redbubble, I think. So it's like, yeah, I'll steal from Redbubble, but yeah. Yo.
We made it! Yay!
Please call me Marl. I loved her wigging out.
So, did we figure out what the necklace did? So we like this doesn't happen again?
Well, the necklace was an heirloom, she said, so I don't know.
Yeah, if my heirloom yeeted me back into like the past, I think I would just like lock it away.
That's not fair, because it's not the necklace yeeted her back into the past. It was the necklace combined with new pseudo-scientific technology that yeeted her into the past. So that's not super fair. Just drop the link to the official concept art gallery. Sorry, Adrian.
Oh.
Remember when Phoenix Ray ate a glass necklace full of poison?
Yes, and he swallowed it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, I love this. I love this trait of Frog that's just standing there. Like look at this fucking nerdlinger. He's just like standing there like, hello. It's me. I am a frog.
That's cool.
That's great. Although there's spoilers on this. Kinda.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong.
I just realized I didn't have my own stream open either. That's my bad. All right, now we're back. Now we can make progress.
I can draw. I think you're overestimating my art skills. I can barely draw a cat.
Woo!
Oh, so okay, we're back. Okay, nice job. We beat the game.
But like, okay, so now like my thing is like, did we leave like a can of Mountain Dew behind and the Chancellor hulked out and killed everybody or something? You know what I mean? Like, is this gonna be like Sound of Thunder, where like we killed one too many Bludrians and now there are no Bludrians in the world? Oh, escort you home. Okay.
It's okay. It'll turn out alone. Oh my god.
You come back to the present, everyone has a Hitler stash, and they're like, "Hello."
They're like, I was just about to say they're like bonjour, and I'm like, wait, that's the wrong language. Did you notice that the true Chancellor said before you left? I must have skipped over it. What did he say?
I thought he just said, "Yeah, you really could be her twin."
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, pull my finger."
You see, the Chancellor is a poison type. His ace Pokemon is a Skuntank.
What would you do if the Grand Chancellor of England walked up to you and was like, "Hey, Zach, smell my finger"?
He said that they would need to create a proper justice system, that this would never happen again. Why does that make me nervous? Are we about to do a fucking Ace Attorney?
Like, was this not something they said the first time, like, even before we went back into the past? Because she still got saved, right?
Oh, look at this.
She's like, aren't we
We're
getting kind of far
Marl!
away? I thought you were
Marl,
escorting
I'm
me.
lost! We are fully on a different continent! What the
Just another
hell is
town.
this? Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I'll buy a bunch of shelters. Why not? Full heal before boss fights? Let's do it.
Oh, you could have done that the very
Maybe
soon you
casually
had.
walked out to Rio de Janeiro. I mean, I didn't realize that we could go this far. Snail shop.
Snail stop.
Oh, I thought it said shop. Oh, I thought she was on a toilet.
Don't bother me, I'm pooping in public.
Some monsters can coexist with humans.
Oh, he's playing the piano.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like a
true.
saloon. 4 centuries ago, a woman named Fiona died trying to revive the great forest that once flourished to the north. It's a sad tale.
My name is Mark.
My name is Mark. Hello, everybody! Here to tell you the sad tale. I got some spiced jerky, but I've been saving it for a special occasion. I'm not buying that for 9,900 gold. Fuck you.
So
I
Zach's
figured.
gonna have to scale Everest before he's interested.
Zach, what would you do if when you first saw me, like never having talked to me, I walked up here and I said, 7 centuries ago, the King of England dropped this relic in a sewer once. No one knows where it is to this day.
When you say this, is this the name of an act? Like, would you have said the name of an actual relic, or are you holding it in your hand?
No, I just say this, and then you talk to me again, and then I say, hello, my name's Adrian, after that.
You do it backwards. Someone accidentally inverted your dialogue tree. I think I would take a swipe at you once to see if you had special dialogue for being attacked.
I just have a different sprite where I like duck down, and then it plays like a whoa sound effect.
Whoa.
What the fuck is this song?
It's a bop.
But how is he doing that on the
That's what it
piano?
It's one of those auto player pianos where it has a jukebox inside.
He's not even
How do you
doing
know that's
anything.
a normal piano? It could be a special piano.
Residence. What if we return to the present and it's Jacksepticeye who had a pig mustache? Great.
The timelines are similar, right? Close enough.
Well, I mean, I tell this story, not that it's like a big story or anything, but I tell the story of how I remember the very first episode that Markiplier ever did like a collab with
A cloaca.
a cloaca with Jacksepticeye. And I remember back then Jacksepticeye only had like 5,000 subscribers or something like that. And it was like, and I remember it being like, yeah, this guy's like kind of fun. And then like you fast forward by like 4 years or whatever, and he has like 6 million subscribers or some crazy shit. And I'm like, fucking damn. I guess that's just what happens sometimes.
I really like that video where they edited him on like a night show, like a talk show interview, and the guy's just like, "This here is Jack. He has 4 subscribers." There's a kid in the audience like, "Hey Jack, how do I get more subscribers? Can you tell me?" And they're just like, "No, I think I'll keep it to myself."
What? I'll give you 10 gold if you spin around 3 times and cluck like a chicken. He gave me 10 gold. Okay.
Zach, what would you do if I said it to you when you first met?
Oh, I am so rich. I mean, we
made him like, "I'll give you $10 if you spin around 3 times and cluck like a chicken."
I would have spun around 3 times and clucked like a chicken. Who gives a fuck?
I give you $10, and they're like, "Oh, that's on camera forever now." And I point to 7 different hidden cameras.
Wow.
But then,
we did have a roommate who essentially could do that. I don't know if you remember.
Would you care if I told you that I'd filmed you doing that?
I mean, I would be a little mad, just a little.
Spin around 3 times.
And then
cluck
Zach
like a
would be
chicken.
like, well, I could just tell everyone that you made it using AI, so how could you prove it's actually me?
Fast forward to 50 years, and Zach is running for president, and I'm not even in the election. But then the scandal results. Zach spun around 3 times and clucked like a chicken, and then people are like, oh, okay.
They're like, okay, cool.
But you don't get it. It should be the scandal of the century. Yeah, but okay, who cares?
Hey.
You need to take her to the palace.
Hey, that's kind of.
Isn't that where you need to?
Well, yeah, obviously, but is it not mildly interesting that the church literally just does not exist? Like
Why is
400
there a
years
floating
later?
plaque above the island that says 1000 AD? Oh, it's gone now.
It's because that's the time. Oh, Luca's house. Hello, Luca.
It
Wow.
looks about how I expected it to.
Constantly adjusting her glasses.
Just like me.
No time to rest. Must adjust.
Oh. Hello.
I bought you this apple.
Oh, how thoughtful.
This apple cost
Goodbye.
4,000 gold pieces.
I bought you this
Well,
apple.
you did prove that the church was behind the monsters. That is true.
That is true, but I don't know. I find it interesting that they would they must have demolished the structure then instead of trying to like repurpose it or something.
They used the bricks to build a drawer for the king's socks.
Why would you have a brick, a sock drawer made out of bricks?
To be as inconvenient as possible to draw socks from.
I guess so.
That's where he keeps his secrets. You know, Zach, that a sock drawer is where you keep all your like extra things, right?
That is true.
That's where you keep your affair socks.
Scout